The Godfather was a very specific case where Francis, who was in the middle of shooting, realized that, in fact, he didn't have a scene between father and son. Between, at least the Michael Corleone character, played by Al Pacino, and Don Corleone, played by Marlon. And it's one of those things that people don't always realize until they're in the middle of shooting. They thought, oh my God, we don't have a scene between father and son before he dies. So he asked me to come in and write one. If that's being a script doctor, that's pretty much kind of localized surgery. I mean, it's one scene at a critical point.
Thank you for going along with me back there. I just didn't want to explain anything. I sent you a check.
A check?
To make it official that I've hired you.
In the 60s and the 70s, the legacy of the continuing Vietnam War and the soon-to-be legacy of Watergate was that, in America at least, the established order had lied about what they said they stood for and what they really stood for. If you look at Taxi Driver, if you look at Godfather, if you look at Chinatown, if you look at The Last Detail, all those films involved the disparity between what we spoke of as justice and the way justice worked out.
Me? Well, I'm the only one here.
With the advent of Jaws, a massive release, where studios could see, Jesus Christ, we can get our money back like that. Notwithstanding the fact that it was a superb film, that wasn't the lesson that the executives took away from it. You know, it had a big shark in it, and it was an event. So then films began a kind of precipitous, some people feel, descent from substantive films in the 70s to fantasies for an impotent nation in the 80s. Putting aside the quality of the filmmaking, in some cases it was extraordinarily high, but the substance was a rather narrow vein to mine, and it was not nearly as relevant to life and times as the films that preceded it. It was an escape from life and times.
Prefontaine timed in 13:12.8. That's the fastest 3 mile in the world this year.
You all right, Bill? What? What are you trying to tell me?
Take your victory lap before they tear the stadium down. Go on.
There's an inherent drama in a race, because a race is something that somebody wins and others lose, but above all, everyone longs to be measured by some absolute standard. You know, that I could run 100 meters in 10 seconds, and you know, I mean, it. You know, you can't help but admire people who want to know what they can do.
Robert Towne and his adventures in the screen trade.